You better take a look at it.
Thanks. How's it, guys? In this video, I'll be going through a short position that I took on the Euro US dollar. That moment there was when I was entering my sell limit order. And right there is when that sell limit order is triggered, putting me in short on the Euro US dollar with about a 14 pip stop. I then set a 50 pip take profit, and you'll see me draw out a bearish order block main threshold right here at the 116.25 1 level, which I'll use for my risk management throughout the trade. The idea behind that bearish order block mean threshold level is that I do not want to see any 5-minute candle on the Euro US dollar close above that level, which I drawed with the line there. And if it would trade up there and close above it on a 5-minute time frame, then I would cut the trade in half, taking a small loss in order for me to avoid a full stop out in the case that my sell stop order is triggered and I'm wrong on the position. However, if I'm right, then the Euro US dollar should begin pricing in bearish price action, as I'm anticipating a bullish US dollar, which is what you see on the left on the trading view chart, and is what I am using to gauge the price action that I'm anticipating in the Euro US dollar. The framework behind the trade is a bullish session bias for the US dollar index, and I had observed a sell stop run below the Asian range low, with the anticipation of a low of the day forming in the US dollar index between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern time, which I then confirmed with the 5-minute time frame change in the state of delivery. That led me to the moment where you saw me enter my sell limit order. What I'm looking for is a run to the Asian range high on the US dollar index and as much as the previous day high, and then the opposite for the Euro US dollar, seeking a 50 pip run in total. At this moment, you'll see me take off 50% of the position at a small loss, as my risk management protocol was triggered by the 5-minute time frame closing above the line that I drew out earlier, which is that bearish order block mean threshold. Now, if my stop loss were to be triggered, I would not assume a loss that would equate to the full amount of risk that I entered with. I then let the trade pan out to see what I get, as the US dollar index was not showing the weakness that was being reflected by the Euro US dollar strength. At this moment, I lower my stop loss order to trim more risk off of the trade, and I place it above a high that reflects S&T divergence with the US dollar index, as the euro US dollar formed a higher high while the US dollar index failed to create a relative lower low. Therefore, I do not expect the market to reach for my stop loss order, and if it would trade above that market structure, then I wouldn't want to be at the position either way. Another factor that I'm weighing out as I'm managing this position that there's an 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time US dollar data release that is a high impact release scheduled for the US dollar index today. And the account that I'm trading, which is a prop firm account, is not allowed to trade through high impact news data. So I have to be out of the position before that data release hits the market to avoid violating any rules on this trading account. And at this point, I would have hoped for a bit more progress in this position, but I still let it pan out, as nothing says I'm completely wrong yet. Then at this moment, we are nearing the 8 a.m. hour, a point at which it'll be less than 30 minutes until the data release hits the markets. So I go in and close the position as the US dollar index runs its Asian range high and the euro US dollar runs its respective Asian range low, covering the small loss that I took earlier and putting me up at a small net profit of about $14. Now eventually the trade idea does pan out as I anticipated, producing a 50 pip run, and my stop loss order wasn't going to be triggered. However, I still had to follow my risk management protocols as my stop loss order could have easily been run out. So I still dub this as a good performance on my part. And if you'd like to see any more trade breakdowns like this one, leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section of what trading model you use. And with that, that's it from me, and stay safe.